Good morning, and good morning. Welcome once again to our Blackpool Biker. This one's quite a, what do you call it? Sentimental, whatever you want to call it. See that street there? That's Charles Street that they're knocking down at the moment. You can't really get a great picture of it. Might be able to get a better one in a minute. But I was just watching YouTube a couple of nights ago. I meant to say yesterday, and a suggestion came up: the life of a Blackpool landlady. It was back in the 20s, 30s, something like that, when they came to Blackpool. And believe it or not, it says they bought a property at 29 Charles Street, this very street that they're knocking down. And it just brings it to life, doesn't it? It's where, oh God, it's all muddy here. See if we can just get through this gap. See what I mean? So that's, you see how they've knocked it all down now. Not all of it. I don't know where 29 was. I'm not sure if it's left or right hand side. But yeah, it just brought it back that, you know, these were old B&Bs. You can see how they were 3-storey just about. How there were 3 stories. And some of these were still nice properties, to be fair. Some needed, you know, obviously, like anywhere. But yeah, it just brought it to me, you know, when you're listening and they lived and worked here, laughed and cried, you know, had good times, bad times and what have you. And you just think, that it's real people, innit? Like some demolitions we've looked at and you don't know who's been there and lived there, who's coming in and out on their doors, you know, even though we've said before, thousands and thousands, the bigger demolitions we've seen, you know, like St Chad's and all them. But it just brought it back. So they, in the 20s, 30s, whenever it was, it's on YouTube if you want to look at it. I'm pretty sure it was called The Life of a Blackpool Landlady. It's only 4 minutes or something like that. Well worth a little look. I'm not sure if I got everything correct, obviously, but it was something 20s, 30s, something like that when they bought the property. And then I believe it was the son that took it over afterwards. Hang on, let's walk up here a minute. I've got to watch it here, obviously, because it's no pavement or anything. Obviously, we've got all the boarding out. Yeah, I believe it was the son that took it on afterwards. It's about 9:30, by the way, Saturday morning. You can see, hang on, let me go that way. See, the tower's just about visible. Very foggy, misty, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, you know, and it just struck, you know how you watch some videos, you just go, wow, you know, and it just strikes you that, yeah, that was real people that were living there, you know, worked there, you had the guests coming in and out, and you know, there, literally there. Could be one of them just popping up over the top of the boarding. Fencing, whatever you want to call it. Now, how do I get round now? Right, back in the mall. Yeah, you can see how they're doing. You can see how they're doing quite a bit of it. This, by the way, here used to be an indoor bowls and what have you at one time. This piece of land here and there. I don't know if anyone remembers that. Like indoor bowls and there are other things there, you know, on this patch here. Next to Sainsbury's, the big Sainsbury's. Yeah, but, you know, it just strikes you, doesn't it? All the people that's been in and out of these properties, it's a shame. And then I was walking back from yesterday's. I meant to go out last night to do the opening of Christmas by the Sea, but I just couldn't do it. Did the morning one, got back to Biker Towers and couldn't shift. So, anyway, never mind. One of them things. Yeah, so what I was saying was, I was coming back up yesterday, down to Court Street, obviously, Biker Towers, and I was just near the op here. This used to be the op inn, by the way. Used to have live bands on. Sharon Whip manager for years, just here at the op, now the dentist. But I walked up down the alleyway, and I'm like, where am I now? Because nothing's familiar to me. Scrooge's, the wine bar ain't there, do you know what I mean? So you can see now this is the beginning of George Street. Is that coming out, the sign? And then Charles Street is just behind it. In fact, what we'll do in a second... Oh, sorry. Yeah, Charles Street is just behind it. Runs parallel behind. But over there, just about, if you go down there just a little bit, opposite the old back door of the op, that's where Don Pepe's wine bar used to be as well. And then on the other corner, that's where Scrooge's wine bar used to be, just down there. And it's just all different. I was like, where the bloody hell am I here? Because this is, you know, this is all new to me, obviously, all this bit here. Yeah, so this used to be the op. Live bands on. It was great in the day. Memories there. But yeah, like I say, that 29... Go on. Charles Street, if you want to have a look. You know, over time you're thinking, well, what was here? The times I've been here, do you know what I mean? Thousands and thousands of times since I was 11-year-old. But it's hard to... this used to be the quad, and in the middle there was like a quad, if you will, in between the properties, the op and what was here. So just about... Sorry for swinging around too fast, padding around. This is just about probably where Don Pepe's was, the wine bar, if anyone remembers. That's from Blackpool, if you used to come over and bob into Don Pepe's. It's cracking. We're going to have a walk round today, by the way. We'll have a wander down on prom, what have you. It's early yet, so there's not much happening, so I just thought I'd... So yeah, this is the beginning of Charles Street, look. Yeah, I'd walked up through there somehow. And I'm like, where the... And I've looked to the right and the Legion's there. The Legion I've been going in since I was 16. You know what I mean? We used to come out of the Legion when that shut at 3, and then into Don Pepe's with Billy. Billy used to have braces on all the time, and it shut Don Pepe's down for a month. He used to go to Australia for a month. Billy that used to have Don Pepe's. Let's just have a look from this. I want to see if I can see any numbers. You know, on Charles Street, see which... Probably can't, you know. And I'm dodgy with this road now. You know what I mean, though? It's not been long, and you look round, you're like, where am I? Because it's all changed, you know. You remember as a kid. I don't know. Bet we won't be able to see any numbers, will we? Let's have a look. Look at it all, though. It's just all... This road, all these have been knackered for bloody donkeys. I mean, tower models, that's been there for years, as I know too. Let's get out of the way. Yeah, so Charles Street, look, this end. Well, I bet we can't see any... Won't be able to see any numbers, will we? No, because they've all got what, 6 on them. But, saying that, we go back down this way, thinking on it. Indulge me for a minute. Look at this here. It's just all wrecked, isn't it? It really is. Just want to go back here a second, just take a quick pic. There we go. Oh, by the way, this is on the Ultra and I'm recording in 4K, not bloody 8K. This all used to be one way at one time, you know. Run, Forrest, run! And so if there's any numbers on these here, that's what I'm thinking. 5. Number 5. So yeah, so if we pan around again, so it would have been, let's say, what, 5, 7, this is probably 9, 11, so it'd have been off, so it's been knocked down now, and it number 29, where that lady would have had her property and bought the property back in the... But if you look on, like I say, if you look on YouTube, it'll probably say, it does say what year they actually bought it, you know. But yeah, it's all strange around here to me now. Really is. Anyway, we'll get down towards town and the prom now. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you would. It does help these minute channels, and it's very much appreciated. Look at the Legion now on its own. Yeah, I'd walked up the alley there, then up here. Don't forget this weren't here. I couldn't believe, like, where am I? Look at this here as well. It's all just, I mean, it's all been left to decay anyway, to be fair. Oh, I like that Thai part. Nice. Thai paradise. Yeah, we won't go there. You can see. What are we on here? Are we on 1 times? Yeah, just on normal view. Look at it though, it's all wrecked in it. Milbourne Street. The old Legion. I spent some hours in there. Have a look at this. This is all. But this is King Street we're on now, by the way. And as you just go there. Cuisine, I didn't even realise that was still open. And the Cuisine was on Ramsay's. What is it? Restaurants from Hell or whatever it were called. Look at this here. My God. We'll walk through here, the car park that used to be the ABC Theatre, cinema, known as both. Back of the Townsman there. Because that's Topping Street just in front of us. If you skip the houses. Yeah, look at this. It used to be a cracking theatre, cinema. The Stanley Arms over the road. That's where Blackpool Football Club was formed. And the Blue Room. They call it the Brew Room now because they brew their own beers. But it's traditionally been known locally as the Blue Room. If you can imagine in the day when there was, shall we say, smoking in there. Blue Room, Stanley Arms. Yeah, we'll wander down Church Street a little bit. Yeah, where I'm stood now. The Beatles famously took a photo around here when they were appearing here. Obviously back in the 60s. If you want to know the cost of this car park, while we're here. How's that for you? Right. Yeah, it's quiet. I'm not sure what time we're on now, to be honest, because I've been recording, pausing and what have you. I'm on 21, it's right in front of my face. I've got my buds on me as well, my earbuds. Put them on. I don't have to then... You can hear me talking through the buds. It just comes onto the phone, if you know what I mean. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. We're on 10 now. So it must have been about 9:30 when I came out. When I first started recording, should I say. Yeah, 10 o'clock, look. With St John's, look at the Crimbo tree. All festive. Now this used to be on the prom, didn't it? This. One of them that were on the prom. We decided to pop it here now. Its base is a couple of slabs. Okay. 10 o'clock. Bob on. Oh, yeah, they've got the lights working and that. The lads up. The fountain's on. What's that? There's 6 what? Can't tell. This is 6. Anybody know what that is? Yeah, I'll just show you this blue plaque. I don't think I've ever shown this blue plaque before. It's right high. Yeah, I don't think I've shown that before. So it is St John's Church, even though it's known as, they've called it now Blackpool Church. Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, the fountain's starting to get a bit busier now. West Coast Rock Cafe. Winnie that owns the Blue Room that we've just been looking at as well, the Brew Room we were just looking at back there. Right. The winter gardens are looking festive, isn't it? Oh, tonight you've got Strictly, haven't you? From here. In the winter gardens. Yeah, what I think I'll do is call this the history of a Blackpool landlady. I'll put it on later today, I think. Go down prom, do an early morning. Well, it's not that early, it's 10 o'clock as we've just seen. But if I do that, hive's packed, look. Loads in there. If I do that and then hopefully someone will look at that video, it'd be nice if people did look at it. The one that's on. It's history of Blackpool, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? That's sometimes why I do these videos, because it's history. You know, in 20, 30, 40 years' time. Coronation Street just here. I've got to do that, by the way. Done a bit of it before when we've done the big wheel, the gigantic wheel, the jolly wheel, known as all those names that used to be down there. Just on the left, on the side of the Winter Gardens. Yeah, there's a bit of history for you. See how it says the Clifton Arms Hotel, livery and stables. Just on the side there. Now that was first shown when the nail parlour that was here was burnt down. Just here. Yeah, another bit of history for you. Yeah, that fog's lifted now, and it mist, whatever you want to call it, lifted from the tower. Let's have a wander down here. Quiet up that way, innit? Up towards Talbot Road. Leonard Jews that was here. I don't think it's been sold yet. Big building when you think about it, 'cause it's got all this, look. What's that? Round 1, 2, 3, 4 floors. And it goes to there as well. It's a big building, right next to the prom. And down towards the town. Right, we'll just have a wander down here and then we'll call it quits for this one. Like I say, I'm going to call this the history of a Blackpool landlady. Simply because it struck me, that did, seriously, when I'm watching it and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, 29 Charles Street, that's where they're knocking down now. And that lady had bought it at the time with all these hopes and will we make it? I think they come from Huddersfield, I can't remember exactly where. Can't remember. But it just sends like, you know, down your spine. It does. It's just so. Anyway, don't forget, like and subscribe if you would. We'll leave it here. Oh, we've been all right with that little wander. There's a Christmas by the sea. Right, we're going to leave it here then. Like I say, I hope you've been all right with that. Most of all, stay safe. You know what it is. Have a cracking day.